For all your TCG needs, make sure to check out alphatradingcardgames.com.
What's good, everybody? This is Sabre94, more Rayquaza VMAX action with his partner Little Fluffy. I got a double feature today as we wait for the Silver Tempest set. Only a few days at this point. I have to make the deck video, like the emerging decks video that I usually make. Not a lot of, I guess, really emerging decks. I was thinking of making like a video with emerging ways to use Lugia V-Star, a bunch of colorless Pokemon, but to be honest, most of the colorless Pokemon you're going to want to use, I sort of covered, is Bibarel, the Archeops, and Porygon Z. Everything else, I mean, you could try the, what is it, Stoutland, that blocks supporter cards, and maybe do some tricks there, but it's going to be too complicated. You can try and get like a stage 2, like maybe X-Blood, and then get a few round Pokemon so you can do that, but it's probably not worth it. It just conflicts with Lugia sticking on the field there. The best thing you can do is really just get out those 3 Pokemon. Porygon Z going to give you energy acceleration, same with Archeops, and Bibarel for the draw power. Maybe there's another sort of creative way to use Lugia with some colorless Pokemon, but I don't know. And I'm talking about like actual decks, not FTK shit. Like I heard you can do stuff with Giratina Garchomp GX again, more bullshit. Anyway, we're gonna get our Fluffies down, or Marips, I guess. Haven't evolved to Fluffies yet. And open up with Entei, nice little opening Pokemon. Can fetch me some cards too. Gonna play down the Rayquaza and I guess use the stadium to get the last Marip. This is an ideal field setup I got here. I got all of the 3 sheeps. I got Rayquaza, got a free retreating Pokemon in Tapu Koko that can also work as an attacker, and Entei as well. You know, good stuff. Now, obviously, Crobat, you're usually going to have to sacrifice a spot to play it down, and it's either that or something like the Greninja, Radiant Greninja in this deck. But you can't have everybody down because you don't have space. You need to have at least 2 spots, and 2 is really pushing it because it's not the black and white days anymore. Like, you definitely need 3 if you're going to use this Rayquaza VMAX, because you don't really get the job with 3 attachments. Like, you're going to get 1 manual, use Flaaffy 2 times, and then do another manual, and then you got 3, you can discard 3 and make an attack. You need 4 to get 1-hit KOs. Now, my opponent here is playing something that, at least so far, is going to give me an advantage. It's Arceus, but he has those metal, what are they called? The, God, what the hell is your name? Duraludon, that's right. Yay, I remembered. So Duraludon, a metal Pokemon that is weak to fire, which is perfect for Entei here. Now, of course, more than likely, he's probably using the Duraludon VMAX, and when that evolves, it's a Dragon type, no weakness too. But I managed to get a boss's orders shot at least, make great use of that play, and this is where our fire coverage can come in handy. Entei got a nice 1-hit KO that otherwise, if it wasn't for the weakness, I wasn't going to be getting. So, good stuff, good stuff. Lost a bunch of energy attachments too, which is good. So he's going to have to start over. So he pretty much pitched everything with the Ultra Ball just to get an Arceus. Of course, with the V-Star power, he's going to be able to grab a supporter. Or she's, I guess, going to be able to grab a supporter. Possibly going to be, well, Professor Oak, Professor Research. If I would have to guess, I mean, the best card to get right now. And possibly Duraludon VMAX. Yeah, just makes sense. Standard stuff, simple stuff. But she actually opted for Marnie, I guess to minimize my hand, which really doesn't matter because the cards that I want to use, I have them on my field. Obviously, we need more Fluffies and stuff, but as long as I got my dudes there, I can keep attaching energies and power up my Pokemon. Kind of ironic to say because I don't have any energies in the Discopal, but I guess we're going to get a few with Oak right now. So, Gets a big attack on the Entei. Gonna get a bunch of energies with Arceus, but not quite enough to get a one-hit KO, which is perfect. This is why I really dig 230 HP with Entei V. Even if they had like a choice belt, it wasn't gonna do the trick because of the Turbo DC's -20. Thank God they give that card a limitation. But to be honest, it's all the damn damage and all the other stuff that makes Arceus great. Alright, now we're gonna get double V. My bench is full, but might as well use the quick ball, get some stuff, draw a card with Fleet Flooded, and I guess just keep powering up my dudes until we see Rayquaza VMAX. That's all I can really do. Burning Rondo, let's go ahead and put some pressure. So I have the lead, I have the advantage. I mean, Entei is really hurt, but Arceus is hurt as well, and I have a lead on prizes. So unless we make some major fuck-ups, this game should be ours. It's sad, but I've experienced matches where everything is going perfectly with Rayquaza, and I still manage to lose because of inconsistency issues or because of a surprise one-hit KO. My opponent gets on Rayquaza. 320 HP is high, but it's not the highest you can get on a VMAX. And the thing is that certain Pokemon can pull that damage off. Like you can do like Charizard V-Star, it's gonna be able to get a one-hit KO. And it really sucks because when you get the Rayquaza out, like even if you make a big attack, you sort of bank on it to make at least two. I mean, get at least 3 prizes out of your VMAX. At least. Alright, so we're going to promo Tapu Koko. Entei is out, but I top deck the Rayquaza VMAX. Exactly what I need to top deck here. Perfect. So with the energy attachment with Flaaffy and the fire energy in hand, it's the one-hit KO on Arceus that we want. Perfect. And basically, she surrendered there. Okay. I mean, I was too. I was outpacing her. She was too behind. After I get that one hit KO, even Duraludon on VMAX, what are you gonna do? Still need to get too many prizes. So this wasn't so hard. The fire coverage helped us with Entei. So Groudon coin. Cool stuff, cool stuff. I wonder if we're gonna get any good ass or any at all Groudon EX when the Scarlet and Violet era comes around. Same for Kyogre. I mean, I'm an EX dude in my heart of hearts, from the original EX era, and I'm pleased with the EX mechanic coming back, but it's kind of an illusion because it's not going to be quite the same as the original era, unless they all of a sudden want to give us regular ass Pokemon with 220 HP and shit that are just regular Pokemon, but I highly doubt they're going to do that. So anyway, get a nice little start right here with Oak. Get my Marip down, Air Balloon, Fire Energy on the Rayquaza, and just a strong, solid turn 1. Good enough. I'm going to put Entei in the active position and try and draw a card as well. Just go all out. Get the Rayquaza in hand too. I guess might as well use that in sense to get that guy, since I can use the level balls to get the Fluffies. And pass the turn. Now you guys notice my opponent, he played first and it couldn't really do much. I completely empathize or sympathize with that feeling because I'm not a fan of the new rules where you can't play supporters on your first turn, because let's say a person opens up with a bunch of supporters or a bunch of cards that they can't really utilize. They basically have a dead first turn. They don't really gain anything, and your opponent gets to play supporters, obviously, if they go in second, and attack. So it gives them more of an advantage. Like they try to sort of balance the rules in a way. But I think it was perfectly fair if you could just do everything on the first turn, but you can't attack. That's perfectly fair. So I really don't get it. But, I mean, what can you do? Maybe they'll change the rules again in the future. Who knows? I mean, I didn't really expect them to change the rules again when they, updated the black and white rules when X and Y rolled around, where you couldn't attack if you played first, which was how it was supposed to be. It should have been. Okay, now this dude is doing some. Well, he has the Comfies there, the Lost Zone Comfy engine, and a Leafeon V, which is interesting. Normally, you'd expect Sableyes and Giratinas. It would suck if he was using Sableye against my small Pokemon. It would pretty much be an auto loss. But Leafeon, if he's using Leafeon VMAX, or just Leafeon V, then I have the advantage with Entei. I can get a one-hit KO easily. I don't even got to use Rayquaza. Of course, we're going to power up the Rayquaza, and I'm going to Marnie that ass. Just go the more conservative route as opposed to Oak. But to be honest, I probably should have Oaked. And yeah, I get punished for it. Now, we didn't see the damn Lightning Energy, and I'm going to have to discard boss's orders for fuck's sake to just try and hopefully dig for an energy with Rayquaza. So, it's the only thing we can do. Sacrifice the fire energy, boss's orders, Marnie, just important stuff. I would have rather just sacrificed Marnie with Skyla on the other hand, and Manaphy that was useless, rather than sacrifice boss's orders, goddammit. The only one I got in the deck. We don't got VS Seekers in standard. But I did get the level ball, got the Flaaffy, so Rayquaza is going to be able to get his attack off. So that's good. I get that early lead, take care of the Luminion V, and get our first two prizes. So he used an energy with Leafeon, probably just try and move it out of the way because it was just going to be stuck there and start drawing cards with Comfy. But fail plan, unfortunately. He should have just put the energy on Leafeon, and if you see the manual attachment next turn, you can retreat that way. I didn't really understand that play, but I don't know the ins and out of his deck. He's using that Regidrago too, and it's the one that you usually see with the Cherrim deck that nobody really uses right now, where it does 240 for 3, which is really high for a regular Pokemon that's just a basic, but minus 20 for each damage counter on the dude. Something like that. So basically, from what I have assessed here so far, he's probably using some sort of a Mirage Gate, Comfy, Lost Zone deck to power up the dude. Try and get big attacks, and I guess use Leafeon as well to get that third energy. Who knows? It looks like his engine is kind of flawed there. Maybe he was unlucky with that Luminion opening, because he's kind of running too slow here, especially considering the Lost Zone engine is supposed to be for turbo shit. There's a few things in the Lost Zone over there, but he needs more pieces to use the Mirage Gate. I mean, he has two energies on the Regidrago so far. He's got the Raihan play here, so he's got that form of minor energy acceleration too, I guess, help, assist. And gonna finish the turn with another Leafeon ability play. So puts the energy on Leafeon this time. That card probably isn't just there to power up Regidrago. I would guess he has like Leafeon VMAX 2 or the V Star. There's V Stars too for Glaceon and Leafeon. There were promo cards, came out in collection boxes. They look really cool, to be honest, but can't get them in real life. Cannot do that. If I have any spare change, I use it to buy Digimon cards or any other old school Pokemon cards that I need for decks. Okay, so in sense, getting the Flaaffy right now, and one manual attachment is going to be good enough to take care of the Comfy there. Going to get a prize. I can't really make any better play. Like, we discarded the one boss's orders we have in the deck. So all I can do is just knock out what's in front of me and power up the rest of the dudes. I have such a big lead, though, that I'm in a good position. I don't know, no matter what he does, I'm 3 prizes ahead of you, dude. Rayquaza is a VMAX. He's fully fresh. I got energies from my bench Pokemon. I got my attackers. 2 of the Fluffys are already out. I'm looking good. I got a supporter in hand. I don't know what he's going to cook up. Like, all of this setup that he's doing, I mean, yeah, once he's able to do 240 with the Regidrago, it's gonna suck since it only gives out one prize, but he should have been able to pull off an attack. Like, let's say when I'm at 4 prizes, not 3. He's gonna be able to pull an attack now, maybe. So Roxanne, this lovely little full art there. I mean, if there's one thing that really just makes me feel bad about not buying modern Pokemon cards is all of the nice full arts, trainer full arts, and some other cool cards. Pretty much full arts and some secret rares, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. Most of the regular Pokemon, even as holos, don't look great. I'm a fan of the older holo systems. But that Roxanne sort of messed me up. I've got no supporter anymore. That's too bad. Now, thankfully, Rayquaza, that sort of draw ability does come in handy. I shit on it a little bit, but it does help when you're in this position. I would have rather it had like a different attack, but to be honest, this is the main attack you want to use. Like if you had a different attack, you probably wouldn't use it. So let's draw 3 cards, and I do see the schoolgirl. Now this is a bit, well, I do have the air balloon. Let's use the ordinary rod. I'm just gonna put in the fire energies, and that's about it. No other Pokemon. I don't want to be drawing unnecessary shit. So go for schoolgirl, and level ball. Looks like the Fluffy, the third one, is prized as fucking usual. So we're just gonna get 2 lightning energies, put them on Tapu Koko V, and gonna get the KO that way. No matter what, I just need to keep up with pace and just not miss a beat of getting knockouts. And eventually I should win. This dude is gonna be out. He's gonna need to power up a different Pokemon. I mean, yeah, Rayquaza is kind of a liability right now, but he's gonna need to boss his orders if he wants to get that KO. I'm not gonna make it easy for him. So far, so good. We recovered a few fire energies because I had to discard a lot, unfortunately. But now we got them back, so eventually I should see one, and Entei should attack. It's going to be really easy for me to deal with that Leafeon if he promotes it. If he promotes it, I mean, he should know Entei is going to come in for the kill. It's too bad I don't have a boss's orders, otherwise I could have just pulled it. I just need to get 2 prizes, so if I had that boss's orders, I would just pull it, and that would be it. It would be game. So he's doing some comfy shit there. Chorus experiment in the Lost Zone, a bunch of other shit. A boss has orders of his own over there. And gonna go for that quick ball. Another Regidrago is down. And Leafeon V, another one. Okay. And Chorus experiment. Dig up some more stuff if you want. But I'm just too ahead. I don't know what he's going to do. Maybe he knows that it's hopeless. He's obviously going to keep playing. Much better for me than them scooping. Okay, so Mirage Gate and Leafeon V-Star. What do you know? It was the V-Star. I think I showcased it in a different match too, but this might be the second and only other time I see it, or at least you guys see it in my TCG Online matches. So it's pretty good. 260 HP isn't great, but the V-Star ability is basically like Lycanroc GX pull. I love that card. But it's on demand, like you can use it anytime you want. You can evolve into the V-Star and use it anytime you want. So it's pretty good. He's obviously going to pull the Rayquaza and finish it off. But of course, all I gotta do is just dig up for a fire energy. I've got Cynthia's ambition too. I should be able to dig it up, goddammit. And we're just gonna win because of the weakness. Once again, that fire coverage come in handy. That's why I run Entei. So I top deck it, pretty simple, and we're just gonna finish the dude off. So good GG. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel, leave a like, share this video with your friends, and I'll see you guys next time. What a